All right, real racing community. Let's talk about this community challenge since at the current rate of lapping that we got going here, I'm not sure if we're going to reach the 60 million for, 15 gold. Not a whole lot of gold, but still better than nothing, if you ask me. Assuming that you guys still enjoy this car. Now, I completed the series, let's see, earlier this morning. Just kind of bit the bullet and ran straight through, plowed through it, recorded every step along the way, and I am still uploading the playthrough videos because I have a crappy internet. Certainly for upload, and of course when I'm uploading it chokes out my download too, so really crappy. But anyway, what are you gonna do? Anyway, so we got I have so far managed 150 laps, and that is just simply through going through the event here, limited time series, and maybe doing some extra runs on some other events to figure out which one might be the quickest way to accumulate laps. And here is my finding, or here are my findings, I guess. Two races in particular stood out in my run, in my experiment here, that are tier 15. We have a Suzuka East, which is pretty small track, as you guys all know. We got a 5-lapper, so if we run through this, I believe you can get 5 laps in under 4 minutes. So that's one, and I'm talking with the car in critical service condition, since I have not serviced the car ever since the beginning of this limited time series. So, and yes, my bots are painfully slow, but we can ignore that. Right now, we're not even concerned about anything else other than, of course, lapping, doing the laps. So I'll see how long it takes me to run through this one real quick. Certainly not the fastest racer you've seen, or anything remotely close to it, but, not the slowest either, for the most part, unless I'm working on slowing down bots. So obviously first lap is always the longest one, as we're standing still to start off, standing start, and then of course we're starting a bit further behind the starting line, so first lap is actually slightly longer than the rest as well. So see, the first lap took 40 seconds and change. The others should be closer to be like 40 even, or possibly in 30s. Let's see if I can bring it in under 40. No, this is gonna be close to 40, isn't it? Hey, over 40. Okay, never mind. But still, 40-second lap isn't horrifyingly slow. I mean, that's, if you run through the series, you should have accumulated about 100 laps at least, I think. Which means you have, 350 more to go for that extra... Is it extra 10 gold? Because 100 laps give you 5 gold, and I think, yeah, the remaining 350 laps will get you extra 10 gold. So, but if you run through like either this race, the 5-lapper at Suzuka East, or my other choice would be a 10-lapper at Brands Hatch, which is I think that might be either very close to this one, except you score you know, you don't have to run as many races, I suppose. It's a longer race, obviously 10-lapper, but I think scoring rate is very similar. Suzuka East is shorter length than Brands Hatch, I want to say, but not by much. And Brands Hatch, I feel like it's a much faster track. So in terms of number of laps that you can do with a given amount of time, they are fairly similar. Of course, this one, after 5 laps, you have to restart, which means, depending on the device that you're using, you have kind of that lead-in screen time. Obviously, you don't have to, you can skip through. But there is that you still have to do. So something to keep in mind. Anyway, so 3 minutes and 40 seconds there in red. So I'm assuming most of you guys will probably do this in red. So that's not too bad. 41 seconds, the best lap. So that's that. So if I were to do 10 laps there, that would take, well, let's see, well, like 9 minutes, 8-9 minutes, right? So then let's go to the other race I'm talking about here, the Brands Hatch Tier 18, the Cup 10-lapper. So let's see how long this race will take me to complete 10 laps here, and we'll skip right through here. No reason to sit through the lead-in sequence, as cool as it looks. I mean, we've seen it a million times by now. Anywho, so first lap at Suzuka took me, what, like 40 some seconds? Close to 50 maybe? But as you can see, it takes very similar amount of time. Even though this is, I think this is a larger circuit. At least to me, it always felt larger than Suzuka East, but Suzuka East obviously has a lot of curves, while this one is mostly straight, which is what I love about this track. Is it's a very fast track, sort of like Catalunya National. So here's a lap 2. We are actually bringing it under 40 seconds, so the lap time wise, Brands Hatch, I would say, wins, at least for me. I mean, if you're, and don't do what I just did, which is skidding across druids there, bad idea. Slow you down. But, as you can see, lap time is comfortably under 40 seconds here, which I wasn't really able to pull off at Suzuka East. So I think we have a winner. Go with the Brands. Go with the Brands Hatch 10-lapper. There you go. You're going to be able to get 10 laps I want to say about 8 minutes or possibly less. The other one was gonna take about 9 minutes and change, I want to say. So it took me what, like 4 minutes? This one, obviously, much faster track. And I just like this track over the Suzuka East. I like Suzuka, except East, of course. So, I don't know what it is about Suzuka East. I just don't find it as interesting to race at. I mean, of course, because I don't go there very frequently, I kind of suck at it too, which doesn't help. Suzuka West I don't mind actually, and Suzuka Grand Prix I have some fun memories of racing, spending a lot of time there with the 918 concept, or in the what is it, Expert Series, Accolades Open. I think the one of the farming race, if that's as far as you made, is like a 5-lapper at the end of that series at Suzuka Grand Prix. So I have some fond memories from that circuit. So yeah, you know, even though, I mean, obviously you don't want to do any of these lap events at a Grand Prix circuit, that takes forever. That's why we're trying to find the shortest circuit, and since we don't have, I at least haven't seen anything that has as many lap counts and has the speed that this one allows. The closest one that I found was Suzuka East, just simply because I know that's a fairly small track. I was thinking that might be faster than this one, but as it turns out, at least for me, the Brands Hatch seems like a winner by far. So, you know, I mean, you add up a few second deficit for 10 laps, you know, it adds up to be something rather fairly significant. So it helps to be able to finish each lap under 40 seconds, as I said, fairly comfortably, even while the car is in critical service condition with less than perfect race here, with some horrendous cornering like the one that you just see are witnessing right there, and some you know, pretty good crashing as well. So yeah, this track has so much more straights, the sections that you can really just kind of take advantage of this particular car, Veyron, which is very good at fast acceleration, very high top speed, but not terribly good at cornering. So, alright, here we go, let's find out. And we're sending results. No, don't do that. See what I mean by crappy internet connection? This is what I have to deal with. Come on, you can do it. Alright, third time is a charm. Alright, so wow, 6 minutes and 30 seconds. I think we have a clear winner here. 10 laps for 6 minutes and 30 seconds. That's not too bad. So if you need 350 extra laps, that means 35 times. So you calculate 35 times 7 minutes. That's not too bad, is it? Over the course of next 6 days plus. I think that if you break it down like that, this is quite reasonable, wouldn't you say? You know, like spend, I don't know, 20 minutes. 20 minutes, how many times can you run it? At least 3 times, right? 30 laps. So, let's see. 30 laps, then you do it for, okay, maybe you need to spend a little bit more than that. But let's say 6 days and you want to do 350 laps. So let's divide that up to 6 days. So you have to do what, about 60 laps a day? So that's okay, maybe about 40 minutes a day. That's not too bad, I would say. So just finding the right race, right? Isn't that always the case? So takes about 6 minutes and 30 seconds. Obviously you should be able to, if you run cleaner line, you should be able to get better time than I did here. And if you're running in green, hire Eric, or if you have even more upgrades than I do, put some gold upgrades. I don't know if it's gonna be worth it, but I'm running with cash upgrades only. Perfectly doable. So there you go. 450 laps. I don't think it's terribly far cry. So there you have it. All right, so good luck, and let's see if we can reach 60 million laps here. All right, good luck to us.